Hi there. This is Jacob again. I have 8-bit joystick, a new box of goodies from J for You. So this is not a shipping service. They're an actual store. And like any game stores, they actually have a rotating selection. So I bought some Japanese gaming goodies. Got some Super Famicom as well as Famicom games. So I am pretty happy with J for You. They ship very fast, and it's a lot more instant gratification compared to Sendico. Sendico, you order things on auctions or through sellers, and then you have to wait for them to ship around Japan and buy you as well. But J for You, it's actually there. And I also have a cat here helping me out. So I have a bundle of Super Famicom, Famicom, and bundle of Famicom. So I'll go for the odd one out. This is, let me get my order up here. I love tall Jalico games. And this is Ninja Jamaru-kun Ginga Daisakusen. Ninja Jamaru-kun Ginga Gaidakusen. So this is it's a platformer similar to sort of like Mega Man, and it's an action series that we did not get in the U.S. A pretty long. I have a cat who's very interested in these packing peanuts, but he's not interested in my Famicom game, so that's great. All right, I think I'll do the Super Famicom first. First one. Little indie game you might have heard. Super Street Fighter 2. Oh, let me tell you about the prices. So this Ninja Jamaru-kun Ginga Daigakusen, this was $9. Super Street Fighter 2, a little indie game you might have known. So I had various versions of Street Fighter 2, but I did not have the Super Street Fighter 2 for Famicom. This is, let's see, $2.31. Pyo Pyo Remix. I had this game, and then I gave it to a certain special retro gaming girl for Hanukkah, and so I wanted a replacement for myself. So this is Super Pyo Pyo Remix, and I believe I got that. Let's see, let me find it on the list. $1, $1, or 100 yen as they do it. Okay. One of the more expensive ones that I got, but I wanted it to finish off my collection. Twin Bee Rainbow Bell Adventure. This was $8.45, but it's actually a side-scrolling platformer made by Konami back before they were evil. I wouldn't say evil, just very mean to Hideo Kojima and making terrible choices. All right, little indie game you might have heard of, Super Mario RPG. Now, I bought an American edition of Super Mario RPG, paid a pretty penny for it, and I wanted to play through it. However, I have Super Famicoms, and it does not fit. So I bought a Japanese copy for $2.56, and I'm going to be putting the American board in it and enjoying Super Mario RPG on my Super Famicoms. Ooh, Muscle Bomber. Muscle Bomber. This is a also known as Saturday Night Slam Masters. It's a wrestling game made by Capcom. Excellent 16-bit animation. And Muscle Bomber, I actually don't know that much about it, so I look forward to discovering this. And the last Super Famicom game that I have by Namcot, Super Wagyu Land. I have the first 3 games for Famicom, and the first game for Super Famicom, and now I'm looking forward to Super Wagyu Land. I have direct sunlight, and I got some really sort of like film noir effects going on. So, again, going into the Famicom. Karnov! I recently got a Data East collection for NES, and I was disappointed that Karnov was not included. My favorite fire-breathing Russian. Karnov, the 8-bit version. Arkanoid! Now I need to try and track down the Famicom controller, either the Famicom controller or the NES controller, because I have that new AV Famicom that takes both NES styles and original Famicom controllers. Dig Dug! A really excellent conversion of the arcade game. I love me some Namcot games, and the cat is currently, there's reflections coming on the sunlight off the Famicom cartridge, so I'm blowing his mind by reflecting light and shadows. He's currently enjoying that. Dig Dug for Famicom. Very cheap. Then I have, let's see, how do I pronounce this one? Kunio-kun Jidai Geki Daio Zenshi Sugyo. So this is the hot-blooded Kunio-kun game set in feudal Japan. This one was not brought to the U.S. And until just recently on the Kunio-kun collection, they finally got an official translated version for Switch and PS4. But the original 8-bit game we never got, so I look forward to playing that. A 8-bit game that, or a Namco game that I saw and haven't really heard too much about, Star Luster. This is a cockpit 8-bit Star Wars simulator. You play a little spaceship flying around, zapping bad guys, blowing up the Death Star and such. But not brought out to the U.S. An early Famicom Star Wars style simulator. Keeping in with the Kunio-kun, hot-blooded Kunio-kun Dodgeball. This one was brought to the U.S. and I love Technos and Kunio-kun games. Ooh, the big expensive one. I'll save that for later. An Ireme game, Spelunker. One of the 4 Ireme Famicom games that has the light up in there. So this is based on the American. It says Ireme, licensed by Broderbund, so based on the old American computer game, Spelunker. But when I now have 2 Famicom carts that have the built-in light. All right, one of the first third-party, actually I think this might be the first third-party game for Famicom, Nuts and Milk by Hudson. A puzzle out of a cat in the way who's trying to get into the box. Nuts and Milk, a rather cute jumping puzzle game, trying to get around a cat, for Famicom. And again, so the early Famicom game had a whole bunch of American arcade computer games converted for it. Choplifter. This is the Jalico version of Choplifter. Also, pretty good version, came on the Sega platform. All right, and Tatakai no Banka, also known as Trojan. Game by Capcom, but it is made by the creator of Kung Fu, and this was his follow-up game, brought to the U.S. as Trojan. And now, the big expensive one that I got, which is a total of $24.25, Kaketsu Yanchimaru-kun 2, also known as Kid Nicky 2. We got Kid Nicky 1, we did not get Kid Nicky 2, and Kid Nicky 3 is hellishly expensive, so I'm really glad that I got the second one, which is, I believe, set in a ninja amusement park for Famicom. So, to recap, I got Ninja Jamara-kun Ginga Daigak-sen for Famicom. Ninja Kaketsu Yansha Maru, also known as Kid Nikki, 2. Trojan. Choplifter. Spelunker. Hot-Blooded Dodgeball. Dig Dug. Karnov. Starluster. Hot-Blooded Samurai Jigeki. I don't think this one has an official English name. I'll have to see what the official English name is. And Arkanoid. Nuts and Milk. Super Wagyu Land 2. Super Mario RPG, which I'm going to convert into an American version that I can play in my Super Famicom. Muscle Bomber, also known as Saturday Night Slam Master. Super Street Fighter 2. Twin B Rainbow Bell Adventure. And Pyo-Pyo. Pyo-Pyo 2 Remix. So some of these were a little bit more expensive, but again, I'm really sort of happy that for around $100, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 games. Some of them very affordable, some of them a little bit more, but I think of a very reasonable price due to their rarity. All right, have a good one. I look forward to sharing future Famicom purchases with you.